Naval headquarters. The ferocious attack of the pirates has already begun. In immortality, even under the great stimulation of resurrection, these thugs who lick their blood and live their lives has turned into the most vicious guys in the world. Although under the pouring rain created by St. Terry's maid's rain raw ability, most of the ability users are greatly suppressed by the ability of the fruit. Pirates of the New World, and the elites of naval headquarters. Not only the so-called fruit ability, haki, taijutsu, and artillery fire are the keys to their survival in the New World. More than this, able to use armament haki forcefully to resist the feeling of weakness caused by the pouring rain. Forcibly here, on this battlefield of the sea. Use your abilities, for example, Kuzan, who has successfully paved a huge ice road on the sea, was blazing with lava fire and evaporating heavy rain, destroying the enemy's Sakazuki with one punch and one pirate group. Pulsalino, who can completely ignore the heavy rain, fires a laser cannon in the air. There is also Gion, a thunder fruit-capable person who turned into a sweeper in the rain. It is simply a big killer to clear up the pirates. But, there are many monsters in New World. The legendary great pirate John, Ochaku, Silver Axe. The three are like three sharp knives tearing through Marine's encirclement. No luck. There is no obstruction. The average Marine couldn't even delay their time by a second. Give me the technology of immortality, Terry. If you don't want to die, just be obedient to Lao Tzu. Not even the Vice Admiral cadres of the Marine elite couldn't stop it. Sakazuki, Kuzan, Pulsalino, Gion, still too young. In the rainstorm, the lightning landing has become a weapon of attack. The huge axe slashed, causing the sea to shake, the sea to swell, and an exaggerated water column to rise into the sky. Rolled three people together, straight towards St. Terry. But the lord who was attacked, even the attitude of taking a serious look is too lazy to owe it. Still go its own way, rather, he still maintains that detached and indifferent attitude. Step by step to the heights where the five elders are. Ignoring all circumstances, glances, malice, admiration. Any outside emotion strikes, couldn't let him make waves. This contemptuous attitude, let the forces all over the world watching the live broadcast. Stunned. Are the celestial dragons not afraid at all? Now the Marines and the pirates have been fighting an inexorable war. Aren't those five elders not panicking at all? What if they were affected by some huge external force on immortality technology under such circumstances, resulting in their own death? That St. Terry's heart was too big, he's not afraid of death? Then the five elders will die too, or does he have that kind of control? Everyone doesn't know the current situation, but the whole world remembered the last time the Golden Lion forcibly broadcast the live broadcast to the world. St. Terry destroyed the attitude of the Golden Lion with one finger at that time. Also this expression, it was so contemptuous back then. That's true. After all, the three pirates are not the kind of existence that can destroy the world like the Golden Lion. Even the Golden Lions are not one-shot enemies, what are they? Yes. The shock and fear of the Golden Lion are still vivid in my mind. Ha 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 ha. Don't get carried away, brat. I am John, Silver Axe, Ochaku. The three pirates on the rocks pirate face the disdainful St. Terry. Just got mad at Ultimate. Why are they inferior to Golden Lion Shiki? Why not as good as Whitebeard? What do you think of us, stinky boy? Give me a death first. But the more they shouted, the more unable to get an answer. St. Terry's pace is steady. There was no panic at all, it's like treating the three big pirates as air people. This angered them even more, they want to go further. But it's bang dong dong, smashed into the ground. Created huge pits, the thunder, haki, and sword chi that had been overwhelming before all dissipated. For no other reason, just because the three people in the Marine Admiral's seat moved. Garp, Sengoku, three top Marines in their heyday. One by one to crush them down. Make Marines' morale even better. The most powerful pirate Charlotte Linlin has been suppressed by the three maids of His Royal Highness St. Terry. According to the situation there, it's only a matter of time before they lose. Now the three pirates who ripped apart Marine's defenses fiercely. The three most powerful, it was also suppressed by the Marine legend. So, this battle will be their Marine victory. Even with some tough guys, there is the more terrifying Marshal Sora. And the red-haired maid of His Royal Highness St. Terry. Everything is so reassuring. Damn it. Boy. Do you dare to respond to us directly? Damn it. Garp, Sengoku, God damn you, get out of my way. But even so shouting, the response was, after Sengoku turned into a great Buddha, the shock wave that he took with all his strength. Stop talking nonsense. At this very moment, it is the crucial moment for that highness to restore Marine's dignity. The era of pirates should end. After more than 10 days, it's time to end. I won't let you get in the way of the public declaration. And that Saint Terry, finally, after much anticipation, mounted next to the position of the 5 elders. He opened his mouth. It's 10 o'clock, so it's time to show the world the so-called immortal experiment technology of soul reincarnation and cloned body. As for the technicians who performed, I was the only one. But I don't like to be disturbed very much. And a pirate's sex life is also a life. So I, who have always respected the preciousness of life, gave a chance to all the pirates who invaded naval headquarters. I count down tens of seconds. If within 10 seconds, you cannot stop what you are holding, completely shut your mouth, and wait quietly in front of naval headquarters to watch my technology demonstration. Then I will personally liquidate you, within 10 kilometers, if there are still pirates there, noisily carrying out killing activities. I will wipe out all of you who are making noise and disturbances. In case my experimental technique is disturbed by outside sounds. As soon as these words come out, the hundreds of thousands of pirates in groups. With everyone in the world, all stunned. Full of silence. Even Charlotte Linlin, the aunt who was stalemate with the maids, also had dull eyes. What did the celestial dragons say before? 10 seconds. Real or fake? Although he was able to kill the legendary pirate Golden Lion Shiki like a dog, there are hundreds of thousands of pirates in the video. Could it be that he's going to use that kind of swordsmanship of mass destruction? Like the last time, he slashed the Golden Lion Shiki with one sword, and the swordsmanship that made the sea completely calm? But how could he separate Marine from the pirates in the middle of this big fight? Or did he just want to attack indiscriminately? Although everyone knows the strength of this Saint Terry. But that's the lives of hundreds of thousands of New World monster pirates. Even if I go to the slaughterhouse to behead one by one. Also have to chop for months without eating or drinking. How could he? It's possible to do this right before the tech show. Dressrosa, Doflamingo, his eyes fixed on the image of Saint Terry, his exaggerated speech to the ultimate. An exaggerated wicked smile appeared on his face. Sigh, sigh, sigh. There are more monsters in the new world than one. You who have committed public anger will be forcibly dragged down. I'm waiting for you in hell, even if you're in Mariajoy. Sabodi Archipelago, in a bar, Rayleigh and Shaki. He was also stunned by Saint Terry's words. How could he say such a thing? Does he still have any details? I don't know, but he's definitely hiding something. Just under the sea not far from naval headquarters. Hidden Kaido, he was also looking at Saint Terry's declaration in the video. Boss Kaido, what should we do? Are we going up? No. Wait. I have a bad feeling, compared to the madness of ordinary people. Kaido is more timid and afraid of death. He was afraid that if Saint Terry, regardless of Marine's casualties, went there to slash the hundreds of thousands of pirates with sword skills, then these hundreds of thousands of pirates really seem to be killed by cutting vegetables. Wait until these 10 seconds later. I want to see what that celestial dragons is going to do. Among the flowers of Mariajoy, I am as different from the surprise of ordinary people. She burst out laughing, happy expression. Terry's domineering, active, is a good thing. The more domineering, the more it shows Terry's positivity. You're still in the world, very good. That's it. Verbal excitement, her eyes were full of anticipation. Last time she took from the video that Terry showed. Learn how to use chi, so what about this time? What can she learn this time? I am. That's how Terry is. All that rubbish should be swept into the trash can. No need for mercy. I am again. She misunderstood something. Full of joy. And here at naval headquarters, which has attracted worldwide attention. As if under St. Terry's manifesto, Terry he started doing it. Really started counting the numbers, plus. Start a bigger noise. What did these rebellious pirates hear? Someone said that they would slaughter all their hundreds of thousands of people in 10 seconds? Do they really think they are ants, or ignore them at all? The pirates, who were very angry, began to charge up to the heights where St. Terry was, regardless of any casualties. No matter how hard Marine slams, they must also let the arrogant celestial dragons be completely pulled from the arrogant position in the sky. This is their pirate freedom. 1 step, 2 steps. 10 steps, 100 steps, the group of pirates is like a chicken blood. Shake the Marines, can't resist. 9. 8. Suddenly, the great pirate Charlotte Linlin stopped fighting with the maid's address. Roaring dumbly in the air, Terry, she lost her mind. Her Terry, she wanted to kill those indifferent pirates just like that. Don't answer her directly, look straight at her. And she wanted to get closer to Terry to question Terry's mind. The response he got was the encirclement and suppression of his maid. Pain. The pain that feels like the heart is about to be torn apart. Let Charlotte Linlin roar. Ah! Her mind started to spin out of control. That roar made the fearless pirates and marines collapse to the ground without any difference. Had to cover ears. Dong dong dong, one body after another fell. That roar is not at all a power that ordinary people can resist. Damn it. This guy Linlin, he's starting to lose his mind. Now is the time to charge. There's less defense in Marine too. Shocked by Charlotte Linlin's roar, most of the action stopped. The pirates did not give up. They want to take down Saint Terry, who is still counting numbers. Artillery attack. 7, 6, 5. Garp, Sengoku, Zephyr and the 3 elite pirates on the rock ship were still facing off. Don't stop me. Don't think about it. This is the naval headquarters. The place of justice. How can you be so messed up? The top fighting forces of Fist to Flesh, not much affected by the roar of the great pirate Charlotte Linlin. The artillery fire has arrived. Equip the armed color mission. Attack. Charge. Damn. Roaring row after row of artillery fire brought many pirates senior armament hockey, emission. Quickly flew to where Saint Terry was. The pirates thought they could make that damn Saint Terry lose his cool. Lose his arrogance. Can result, but it is. Boom. A sound, his last red-haired maid moved. The 2 black cats of huge phantom beasts turned into a guardian posture, swallowing all the shells. You can't stop what your highness wants to do. You demons. Why is his maid still able to eat the phantom beasts that are rarer than Logia? Bring the seastone shells here, quick. There is not much time left. With the figures of the Saint Terry manifesto. Getting faster and faster, getting shorter. This naval headquarters is still very noisy, with the roar of the great pirate Charlotte Linlin. It has become the most noisy gathering place in the world. 10 seconds is up. It seems that the pirates did not give me face, nor did they buy it. So, I'm announcing now that it's time for you to stop. Start with the largest decibels there first. Everyone's eyes turned to Saint Terry. It should be said that the eyes of the world could not help but focus on Saint Terry. Want to see what he's going to do with Charlotte Linlin, who's screaming out there? Is it using swordsmanship, or hockey, or is it the fruit ability that he has hidden until now? For a time, in Saint Terry's final sentence of execution, except for naval headquarters, the rest of the world fell silent. I saw a very bright blue ghost flash on the index finger of Saint Terry's raised right hand, a bright luster that dimmed the sky. It only took about half a second to condense. In an instant, it was like a huge flash impact 10 people wide. Devoured all the light around him, towards Charlotte Linlin, who is roaring there. The roar dissipated in a howl of pain, sizzle. The sound of the collapse of the body being dissolved by force. Begin to spread to every corner of the world. Half a minute passed, that blue ghostly flash that devoured the luster of the sky. Finally, a huge space-time void was twisted in the sky and dissipated. But after the flash dissipated, people found out. Not only does the sky appear empty, the luster of the world is melted away. Also dissipated along with the head of the legendary New World pirate Charlotte Linlin. The original roaring throat disappeared together with her head. All that was left was the blackened neck and the intact body that had not been impacted by the blue ghost flash. Thump. A sound, the great pirate Charlotte Linlin's body. Lost support, without the power of Marine 6 styles. Fall into the sea accordingly, there was quite a bit of a wave. But with the sound of the waves, the last restless naval headquarters in the world also ushered in silence. The pirates stopped all the movements in their hands for a while. They were so shocked that they dared not move at all. They want to live, want to escape. Even the ant, who has the most powerful monster physique in the world, lost the terrifying flash of his head in an instant. They are certainly not immune from it. Dressrosa. Doflamingo stared blankly at the situation. He just inquired about the details of the kingdom of Dressrosa. Completely lost good temper. How is that possible? That Charlotte Linlin with a monster physique. Innate power has the physique of a steel balloon. Even using armament hockey can't hurt her at all. Backquote actually. Unexpectedly lost his head in an instant? How is this possible? Sabodi Archipelago. Shaki thankfully sighed at Rayleigh. Fortunately I stopped you just now. Otherwise you'd be hit by that beam too. Rayleigh, an old man, begins to be in heat without shame. Ha ha ha. Shaki, you are my lucky star. Deep under the sea not far from Naval headquarters. Kaido was silent. Jhin, Boss Kaido, do we still have to go? Kaido nodded. No matter what, I owe Linlin a favor. I have to pay it back. Adopt all her sons and daughters. As for the monsters out there, celestial dragons, now is not the time to provoke them. A gleam appeared in Kaido's eyes. If he can control Wano-kuni, get the secret treasure, it may also be possible to compare with this Saint Terry. But before that, Kaido is just a comparison, it's just rubbish. Still don't die. The death of Charlotte Linlin, the great pirate. Just the beginning. Creak, a dark sky rushes. Instantly filled with blue ghostly flashes that fill the sky. Devoured the remaining light, one flash after another, transformed into the posture of a pack of wolves. Howling condescendingly above the sky. The wolf's vicious eyes stared at every pirate below who had made a noise before. Infinite loading. Wang Shu's flash. Blade of wolves. Dong 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 like pure rain falling from the sky. It really cleans up the filth of the world. After the wolves howled. Going straight to the ground in the sea, turning into beams of light. Devoured everything. Strong light shines. Let the picture from the live video phone bug all over the world turn into a blue and white aurora. Only the wailing can be heard, it is like hell, suffering from torment. Nearly 3 minutes of cleaning. Nearly 3 minutes of cleaning have been seen all over the world. Then, the rebroadcast image, let everyone restore the softness of the eyeballs. Once again adapting to the bright light and seeing the picture. It was an indescribable fear. Hundreds of thousands of pirates all fell down. The heart and the head were all penetrated and wiped out. Whether it's John, Ochaku, or Silver Axe, who were overwhelmed by Marine's top combat power. Or those little pirates who attacked Saint Terry himself before. All were pierced through the head and heart, can't die at all. Only a few dozen big cats and kittens remained. On the pirate ship in the distance, don't move like a clown. Hundreds of thousands of pirates. Every pirate who can cause a lot of trouble in any country. Hundreds of thousands. All of them are gone. The 100 or so pirates, are they all gone? Is this really something that humans can do? Didn't you find it? Under the impact of the beams transformed by the wolfpack, the sea in front of naval headquarters has already dissipated and most of it has evaporated. The land of is directly present. Is this the power of God? God, mighty. Naval headquarters, the hearts of all Marines were beating wildly with joy. Even a ferocious man with facial paralysis like Sakazuki, seeing the situation where hundreds of pirate groups in this new world were completely wiped out. He could not help but exaggeratedly raise the corners of his mouth. Ha 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 laughed. Sakazuki, I didn't expect you to have such an expression, it's rare. Kuzan, instead of laughing at me, you should freeze the escape routes of the remaining dozens of pirates. Those in the new world are also monster-level existences, and they should not be allowed to escape. Sakazuki, the relationship with Kuzan is not bad. Although the two factions are different, one is a young representative of the Hawks. One is a young representative of the Dove, but the strong cherish the strong. Hero cherish hero, under the sympathy of each other. On the contrary, their relationship is even better than that of ordinary members of the same faction. However, this is also related to the fact that they do not have the full power of the master faction. Now, let's continue to see what that highness is going to do. Don't embarrass Kuzan, Sakazuki, everyone is tired too. Those dozens, even if they escape, they won't be able to cause any trouble, right? The pirates were completely wiped out. Perusalino turned his head and turned his eyes to Saint Terry on the high platform. Indicate that there is the center of gravity in the center of gravity. Only then did Sakazuki stop embarrassing Kuzan. Sakazuki, who was just embarrassing Kuzan, didn't stop the smile on his face. Hi, Sakazuki is really stupid and keeps smirking. Perusalino, what do you think the future Marine Admiral is an idiot? Even if you're an idiot, isn't it under the command of His Royal Highness Saint Terry? It's not bad to be an idiot, isn't it? Perusalino also has a good temperament, began to joke about Sakazuki with Kuzan. Sakazuki's body burst into flames. You too. Yo yo yo, Sakazuki is angry. Do you want me to help you blow it coldly? Papa Kuzan is worried that you are too angry. Kuzan funny, this he learned from Garp Vice Admiral. Adjust the atmosphere, a joke that fosters relationships between colleagues. Since everything is under the leadership of His Royal Highness Saint Terry. So what's the difference between future hawks, doves, and a separate faction of Paluzolino's world government? It is possible to achieve a grand unification. It's better for me to take the initiative. Anyway, Sakazuki is a paralyzed face. Kuzan. Sakazuki's eyes narrowed in anger. Sometimes no joke. Instead, they can't get closer. Long live His Royal Highness Saint Terry. Her Royal Highness Saint Terry mighty. His Royal Highness Saint Terry, long live. The cries of naval headquarters are endless, one wave more than one wave. Even Garp, Sengoku, Zephyr, they were all stunned by such a tragic sight of pirates. Drop John, Ochaku, Silver Axe who were completely dead. The three old comrades in arms looked at each other, and it was difficult to express their feelings at present. They find that no matter how powerful they are, also to no avail. Likewise, no matter how much they looked at Saint Terry's ability. Still underestimated. The Saint Terry on the high platform. It is no longer human power. That is the power of God. Compared with Garp, Zephyr is not familiar with. Sengoku often contacts Marine Marshal Kong here. On the contrary, he is very mentally prepared for Saint Terry's ability. He was starting to get excited. Garp, that's all. His Royal Highness Saint Terry can handle everything. So does that Rouge. Don't think he can't count. Garp currently has this. Sengoku could only say it forcefully, and responded with a nod. Say what? What else can I say? Nothing can express the shock of Garp's heart. Why don't you just cover it up? Garp couldn't help but look at Saint Terry on the high platform. The existence of this, how terrifying is that? For the first time, Garp felt old and tired. Mingming is only 54 years old. But it doesn't work a bit. With the power of that celestial dragons. What on earth does Garp insist on? Old. Just wait for retirement. Unlimited reloading. Wang Shu's flash, Blade of Wolves. Is from the unsealed Hogyoku, combined with the basics that Saint Terry seeks to play, the ability to help Saint Terry develop. Very simple, the reason why Saint Terry wanted this ability. It is because I feel that it cannot be accurate in large-scale battles. Find the enemy personnel and successfully smash the opponent's vitals. More importantly, he hopes to have a very domineering power. Attack enemies with self-tracking, if possible. Just like the self-tracking turtle Qigong wave in the world of Dragon Ball. Infinitely split Qi, directly chasing the opponent's Qi until the opponent is eliminated. It's a pity that the cultivation of Qi is directly linked to combat power. To achieve this infinite pursuit of Qi, the combat power must at least reach the level of Starburst. Saint Terry knows that he can't burst Star. The Qi of this Qigong wave with infinite weight is still a long way off. We can only wait for the strengthening of the lying flat system, again and again. So, he added this demand to the unsealed Hogyoku. The Hogyoku, bound to him, answered him, let him successfully acquire this power. Squeeze Ryotsu and Ryotsu from the earth, combine their own strength and ideas. Shape the blue ghost Sero that pinches out a pack of wolves. After cleaning up the noisy garbage on the surface, it's time to clean up the garbage in the seabed. Saint Terry did not stop. On the index finger of his right hand, the power that made everyone feel terrifying and unforgettable once again, the sparkle of the blue ghost. Wang Shu's flash. Why is His Royal Highness Saint Terry still releasing? Wait a minute, he's aiming for a dry sea. There. Wait. Why is there a pirate ship there? It's Kaido, Beast's Pirates. Kaido, is that big pirate here too? Naval headquarters in the world follow the direction of Saint Terry. The flag of Kaido's Beast's Pirates has been discovered. Shocked by this, feeling ridiculous about Beast's Pirates again. Could it be that, in all previous cases, is there that big pirate under naval headquarters? But what if Kaido, the big pirate, is in person? Aren't all the big pirates dead? Naval headquarters. And so many people around the world now want to see Kaido of the Beasts. Did you say Kaido was on the Beast pirate ship? Perhaps, but it looks like a coward. Ha 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 ha. Look at the monster known as the strongest creature in the world. What does it look like now? He doesn't even dare to show his face. Can the strongest creature in the world be compared to God? Saint Terry is a god. What kind of junk is Kaido? Guess how many attacks their ship can hold against Saint Terry? I think it's just a moment. It should be a few seconds. You look down on Saint Terry too much. How much strength does it take to deal with Kaido? Just feel funny. Just a big pirate Kaido. What do you want to do now? To die? Then what? This is really funny. Laughable. Kaido is feeling helpless now. How to do? Escape. How to escape? So many big pirates were cleaned up in 3 minutes. Kaido thought that it could last at least half an hour. Let him bring the cadres of the Charlotte Linlin family back to Wano Kuni to train them. But what about the result? There is a mallet. All that's left is the ship where Katakuri is. There are no officers. All that's left is Charlotte Linlin's sons and daughters. It is estimated that they were lucky to survive because they couldn't stand their mother's roar and had to keep their mouths shut. After all, the eldest son and the second son are in their 20s. What can they do? Can't do anything. So stupid. Kaido's target person. The cadres of Charlotte Linlin's family do not count. The point is that Kaido wasted 3 minutes of this life and death escape. He couldn't escape. Completely targeted by that celestial dragon's kid. The beam that washes and dries the sea is aimed. What is he running away from? No matter how fast the pirate ship runs, how fast is the light? Did Kaido really want to be a joke? Fart. He is greedy. Accidentally greedy when you should not be greedy. So that's how it becomes, but Kaido has become a pirate. Shouldn't it be greedy? Kaido's face was gloomy. His subordinate 3 calamities also swallowed at this moment. Boss Kaido, we should go out and surrender. Let's just say that we came here not to participate in the war, but as Wano Kuni's famous generals, to let Wano Kuni start the country and join the world government, as a congratulations to Saint Terry for his successful development of immortality technology. Kaido turned his cerebellum in an instant. People have 2 mouths, and they can say anything right or wrong. He didn't attack anyway, without showing any gestures. The warriors under his command were not brought. Only the 3 plagues and himself. It looks decent too. Now only a dead horse can be used as a living horse doctor. Anyway, Kaido used to be a little brother on the Rocks ship. Never mind. Got used to. Don't forget the taste and feeling of being a younger brother just because you have been the boss. Kaido, keep this in mind. Be cowardly from the heart. Jhin, you open the door first. Fortunately there are some famous knives on this ship, we will trade them out. Okay, boss Kaido. Kaido even thought about it. Hand over the remaining 2 disobedient 3 plagues, Quinn and Jack. Of course, Saint Terry has long discovered that there are some jumping clowns on the bottom of the sea who want to pick up persimmons. It's just that they didn't press them to death the first time. Now it's time to clear up. It's much safer to boost morale for yourself here. After all, it is Kaido, and the strength recovery ability of the body can be said to be the strongest among pirates, so many condensed Wang Shu's flashes for a few seconds, and strive to completely obliterate him with one blow. Saint Terry doesn't like water. Strive to kill the enemy with one hit. Unexpectedly, in the few seconds he spent so much time condensing. Then Kaido suddenly used all his strength, copied Seastone myself. So I stood on the boat and climbed out, in public live broadcasts around the world. Shouted loudly. His Royal Highness Saint Terry, I, Kaido, as the great name of Wano Kuni, come to congratulate His Highness Saint Terry on the success of his research on immortality. And to express my intentions, I hope Wano Kuni will open up the country and join the jurisdiction of the world government from now on. You see that I don't have any malice here, I just congratulate with my 3 subordinates as representatives, without bringing any personnel. Look, my subordinates and I have already been handcuffed to Seastones. Here are also hundreds of sharp knives sent by Wano Kuni. It's enough to show our sincerity and purpose. I also ask His Royal Highness Saint Terry to learn from me. We are not enemies. Kaido his smooth surrender. Let Saint Terry have fun here. This guy is really interesting. Interesting. The whole world sees his cowardly appearance. I see what prestige you have after Kaido. I originally thought of killing it directly, and then I went to Wano Kuni for a walk without doing official business, to get a little treasure, especially the ability to fish for the fruit of time, Kozuki Shi, Mrs. Shi. Looks like Kaido can still use it. Kaido wants to make Wano Kuni join the world government. He will inevitably continue to conflict with Oden. Then when Oden dies, his wife Kozuki will be able to get it rightfully. The ability of the Fruit of Time is too tyrannical. Have to guard against it. Saint Terry figured out the key point instantly. The flash of Wang Shu's fingertips dissipated into the air. Become nothingness, he opened his mouth. If that's the case, then come up. Mr. Sengoku, please, Mr. Garp and Mr. Zephyr, take care of Mr. Kaido and his 3 subordinates. After all, Mr. Kaido is the future member of the world government, His Royal Highness the King of Wano. Mr. Sengoku, Mr. Garp, and Mr. Zephyr are qualified to take care of them. Saint Terry emphasized the word, care, Garp, Sengoku, Zephyr understand. He giggled and walked towards Kaido there, and at this moment, the whole world is happy. This goddamn name is Kaido? Kaido of the Beasts? You can just call it a coward. Look at his flattering appearance. Simply, ha ha ha. Isn't that the power of His Royal Highness Saint Terry? Let the big pirate be as obedient as a good grandson while talking and laughing. Kaido is a fart. Pirates are a fart. From now on, I think Marines is more awesome. Of Kaido was led by Garp and Sengoku to the prime seat at Naval Headquarters. Long time no see. Kaido. I didn't expect the kid trainee on the rock ship to be so strong now. Garp facing Kaido's exaggerated huge body, a little bit of emotion. No, Garp Vice Admiral, you're just growing old. It's the same as you were back then. Humph. I hope you, Kaido, are more aware of the current affairs and don't make any trouble. Otherwise, you will understand the corpse of the pirate all over the ground. Sengoku snorted coldly, compared to Garp who can play Maha. Sengoku wouldn't trust Kaido as a pirate. Had it not been for Kaido's public commitment at Naval Headquarters and his allegiance to the world government. The impact of this event is too great. Sengoku may directly advise the Saint Terry at the top and destroy Kaido. How could I possibly have any idea? Sengoku Admiral, ha ha ha. As an intern on the rock ship, I have been able to survive until now, and is really lucky. I just went to Wano and got it some secret. Isn't this the fact that the world government has been trying to make Wano start a country but it has always failed? This time, seeing His Royal Highness Saint Terry reveal the technology of immortality, I represent Wano to start the country. His Highness Saint Terry of the province is wasting time to go to Wano. Kaido also came here as a younger brother, passed on the rock ship. Feeling less angry as an intern? That's too much to explode. Top strong, Kaido was just a younger brother at the time. Now my life is in the hands of others, to regain a more honest attitude. What happened again? Kaido can bear it. Your mouth has never been so articulate before. Kaido. I remember you used to speak harshly, one by one. Garp began to taunt Kaido's changeableness for the first time. Isn't this seeing how powerful His Royal Highness Saint Terry is? Then I am convinced that Kaido is first class. On the rock ship, the previous rocks were not as good as His Highness Saint Terry's 11. Kaido grinned and laughed. He didn't lose his subordinates. Just to lose face, so what's up? He has a knack for pretending to be weak. Garp Vice Admiral, Sengoku Admiral, don't make fun of me. Hurry up, as representatives of Wano, we are going to be the first audience to observe the majesty of His Royal Highness Saint Terry. Humph. I hope you say the same thing as you do. Vice Admiral, Chief of Staff of Naval Headquarters, also came to Kaido's side and snorted coldly. Made Kaido's scalp tingle. Was it necessary for so many marine monsters to look at him? He is alone, is it worth it? Don't you already have Saint Terry on top of your head? He no longer dared to raise his rebellious thoughts. Now to surround him with so many elites, are you really afraid that he will escape? But he has sea stones on his arms, the purest kind. Is this not enough? What is this called? If you can't beat the sparrows, you will be pecked by the sparrows. Crane Vice Admiral, I Kaido have always been straight talking and doing what they say. Say this word, Kaido doesn't believe it himself. But when you see people talking, hell talk shit. Form is stronger than man, what can be done? Hey. Where's Kaido? How did he become such a coward? Didn't you see that His Royal Highness Saint Terry just stretched out his index finger on his right hand and destroyed hundreds of thousands of pirates? If I were Kaido, I'd be scared too. Ha 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 ha. I see that Kaido clearly wanted to snatch the skills of His Highness Saint Terry, but he found out that the situation was not right, and he was so frightened that he started Wano country. Isn't Wano rich in famous knives and beautiful women? I heard it's very closed there. Has the prestige of His Royal Highness Saint Terry been admired by all nations? It's me, and I worship too. Marines personnel were talking about. Morale was so high that it was almost exaggerated. That said, let Kaido's forehead burst with blue veins. But he still had to laugh. Anyway, Kaido won't show any more emotions. As for Marine's ridicule, or the thoughts around the world now, Kaido just has to be ignored. Save your life. Not shabby. Try changing any pirate in the world. Whoever is looked after by Garp, Sengoku, Zephyr. On the top of his head there is Kuang always ready. Everyone will be like him. He alone cannot fight against Ka Sengoku in his prime. Even if you get the green dragon fruit of the phantom beast species. He still couldn't say what he could do. The Rocks pirate, defeated by Garp and Roger. Kaido is an intern on the ship. The ferocity of Garp is still vivid in my mind. Kaido sucks. Garp is indeed immune to death who ate the Eudemons. But it was so painful that his whole body went numb. Not to mention at the highest point of the high platform. The Saint Terry who always smiled at him, ha ha. Kaido's intestines are all regretful. Go ahead and bite the bullet. I hope Saint Terry can be in a better mood later. Put him back. If not, Kaido feels helpless just thinking about it. The master of life and death is in the hands of others. There is no way. Kaido really didn't want to be a headless corpse like Charlotte Linlin. Finally Kaido was seated, right in the middle surrounded by Garp, Sengoku, Zephyr, Kuang, the CPO's most wanted deputy agent, and the 4 Saint Terry maids. Let him sit on pins and needles, one with a punch from senior armament hockey. Enough for him to drink a pot, not to mention that Garp's fierce armament hockey's fist is much harder than everyone else's. And a slam with Sengoku's conqueror's twist, Quinn, Jhin, Jack. Not much better. Sakazuki, Kuzan, Pulsalino, and Gion were surrounded by 4 Logia fruit powers, and Suru Vice Admiral was in the middle of the 3 of them, watching at all times. It seems that if Kaido's 3 disasters act rashly, the Crane Vice Admiral will use the washing fruit to wash away the stamina, hockey and evil thoughts. Maid. Lousy is really planted. Big hair. Gone. Kaido just thought so. The 5 elders also stood up and sat towards the Saint Terry group. Like the stars over the moon. That puts Saint Terry right in the middle. Saint Terry again in front of the whole world. Announced. Sorry, everyone from all over the world. Due to the influence of the noisy pirates, our public demonstration of this technology was delayed a little by minutes. It also hurt our soldiers at Naval headquarters. As an apology, I, Rosewall Saint Terry, hereby announce that I will first use this immortal technology and power to first compensate the soldiers who were injured and died in this chaos. Let them escape from the Yellow Spring and open their eyes again in this world to recover. Saint Terry's remark came out. Marine, the world boils again. What? What's the situation? Doesn't it cost a lot to resurrect the dead? Reviving Marine soldiers so easily? Are the hundreds of thousands of pirates invited actors? Impossible. That means, that man. The man standing on the high platform of Naval headquarters. He has completely mastered the power of the gods. Can control life and death. Saint Terry wants to resurrect Marine who just died? What are you kidding? This massive resurrection, isn't there any cost to him? How much trump card does he have? Doflamingo can't watch anymore. The veins on his head were unbearable. Hey, it's true. How could he be able to resurrect the dead like this? Then, my mother can also be resurrected? Doflamingo shot his biological father, precisely because his mother died of poverty and incurable disease. It would make him furious and start to get angry at his father and shoot him. He wants to lead a good life with himself and his brother. He even paid tribute to Mariajoy with his father's head and returned to Mariajoy. As a result of the presence on Mariajoy, and ignored him. Nowadays, everything he fought for Doflamingo, have disappeared. Not long ago, he even shot his last relative, his 20-year-old biological brother. Just because his younger brother was raised by the current Marine Admiral Sengoku. So, his brother betrayed him, all that he fought for Doflamingo. All sold to Marine. Doflamingo, who is already an orphan, yearns for family affection more than anyone else. He personally killed the family who betrayed him. Therefore, I cherish the family members who cannot betray my own family. He treats the cadres of his family as his own relatives. My mother. In Doflamingo's head, obsession formed. His dead mother, the mother who took care of him with all her heart. Will not betray him, I will still love him like I did in the past. Anyway, he had to go and resurrect his mother. Chatter. You guys say, if I go and supply that Terry with the things I have here, help him find his favorite fruit, women, etc. What will happen to him, will help me resurrect my mother. Dover. Doflamingo interrupted his good man. I know that our power is too small. He doesn't look like him at all. He is not only the honorary 5 elders, but even the king on Mariajoy, who probably likes him, but gore. The so-called dragon has the dragon's way, and the rat has the rat's way. No matter how high he is, he still needs some people to help with errands. We are both celestial dragons. He used to step on and mock me, so I can mock him as much as possible. He needs the world to find fruit. Our family can find the world for him. The key is to make him happy. Vigor, talking and talking. An exaggerated smile appeared on Doflamingo's face. The world can't always be separated from black and white. We are just ashes walking in the middle. Isn't this the idea of our existence? Survival is everything. Doflamingo has already decided. He's going to run errands. Dover, since it is your decision, then I must support you. Doflamingo's men see him so sure and fanatical. He also had the patience to persuade. In Vigor's view, such a terrible Saint Terry, not at all what they could hope for. That kind of guy has been able to play with the monsters of the new world at will. Treat them as toys, such existence, happy okay. If you are not happy, what should Dover do then? What should we do to appease his anger? Vigor felt helpless. It's just that now is not the time for exhortation. Doflamingo's heart was already hot and impulsive. After all, his mother was mentioned, above the Sabodi archipelago. Originally, I was not surprised by Saint Terry's strength. Now put down the bottle at once, sit up in a drunken dream. WTF? Revive the Marine just now? Isn't that the case where a lot of materials need to be prepared? This Marine was also resurrected? Real or fake? So does that mean that Roger also has a chance to be resurrected? Really? I know what you want to do. But what you know, it's absolutely impossible to do. Anyway, can't do it. That's a price you can't pay. Shaki for his old lover, already know it like the back of the hand. You can tell this expression at a glance. Must be thinking about men. The man Rayleigh loved all his life. Roger, I won't agree. You can figure it out for yourself. If you do this again, don't come to my bar. Shaki took the wine straight away. Go away, smelly man. Don't, Shaki, it's my fault. Don't take the wine. Rayleigh just got drunk, is out of wine. What a joke. Doesn't this kill him? Moments around the world were rocked by Saint Terry's determination and boldness. I am among the flowers, even more frown. What does he want to do? Resurrection of the dead? What exactly do you want to do? Shouldn't this technology be used for hegemony? Br domineering. Her thoughts as a dictator. Very suitable. Started to ponder. The more you think about it, the worse it gets. If only this time Marine was resurrected, can be a great substitute for morale. But if you use it indiscriminately in the future, isn't there going to be a big problem? 5 elders. Just wanted to call the 5 elders to remind Terry. They were sent by me, Stussy. She was sent out by me too. How come I don't even have Terry's direct contact information? It shouldn't be. I am in a hurry, she is in a hurry, and no Terry's phone bug. How can I contact him? No, until this is over. I must let him come to me, in plain sight. Saint Terry got into action. Will he fail? Failure? The big words he said earlier, crushing hundreds of thousands of pirates as ants, didn't he do it? But this is the resurrection of the dead. No matter what devil fruit is, it's too exaggerated. Who said that only devil fruit can resurrect the dead in this world? You are too small. Small. Isn't Saint Terry? Shish. Just wait. If you have to feel happiest for the soldiers who died for the resurrection of Marine by Saint Terry, it would be none other than Kuzan. Compared with Sakazuki's iron-blooded style, for those who can accept sacrifice, Kuzan is more nostalgic. Hey, Sakazuki, what do you think? What do you think? This is obviously not a good thing. Well, don't always ask me what I think. Focus on those 3 disasters. You can't pin your hopes on Gion. Sakazuki is also annoying to death. All the topics that Kuzan bothered about before revolved around Saint Terry. The result now? It's as if the brain is frozen. All day long there to smack Saint Terry, just a madman. Isn't that punching yourself in the face? Sakazuki didn't even bother to scold. 20-something default Marine Admiral, he has cerebral palsy because of Saint Terry. Poor Kuzan. No one will feel sorry for you in the future. Everyone loves Saint Terry. Isn't Gion very good? She still worked very hard against the pirates in front of her. After all, it wasn't long after she ate thunder fruit, and she was able to elementalize so skillfully and cooperate with us. She also worked very hard. Polsolino has something to say for Gion. Okay. Do you see her eyes on the pirates? It's all on Saint Terry now. Polsolino, you also pay more attention, don't let the 3 disasters escape. Sakazuki wrapped his arms around his chest, he just wants to do it to the end. Wait until all the pirates in Marine are gone. His mission is over. Before that, no matter how much movement Saint Terry makes, his attention will always be on this bastard's 3 disasters. He won't. Definitely not to be distracted. Won't. Sakazuki just made up his mind, but the elites of naval headquarters began to shout. Saint Terry is moving, move. He clasped his hands together. Going to move. Sakazuki heard these words. In an instant he turned his head. By the way, I used observation hockey to observe it. The scene of resurrecting one's colleagues so spectacularly. How could he not pay attention? What was his decision before? That was just a joke. Luckily no one saw it. He blushed slightly. Ahem, Sakazuki, why did you focus on His Highness Saint Terry? You say one thing and do another, like an arrogant little girl. But what kind of person is Kuzan? How good is his attention span? The first time I saw the flaws revealed by Sakazuki, he rushed to the scene to laugh at it. Saint Terry here. Of course it's not empty talk. Hands together. Chakra is not enough dog for him, using a lot of air. And the scene just used the life force soul collected by Hogyoku in the body. On-site resuscitation was performed. Outlaw Rinne Tensai technique. Thump. Sound. The huge legendary Rashomon emerges out of thin air in the sea before naval headquarters. The ghosts and gods depicted on it are lifelike. Began to open the door strangely. A huge amount of souls were released from it. Tick-tock like a miracle. Green light began to radiate from the bodies of those who died at naval headquarters. It was as if the gentlest light in the world was healing. I'm alive. How is it possible? Why is that? Wasn't my head chopped off when I was fighting pirates? How come my head and body are healed together? Astonished, fills the surroundings of naval headquarters. This joyous scene make Garp, Sengoku, and Crane look at each other. Sengoku is a bit old and in tears. Sengoku, you. I'm so happy. Garp, as long as it's marine, whoever sees this scene will be happy. Crane began to circle and explain. I didn't expect that His Royal Highness Saint Terry had such a miracle. This is really the power of a god. Kaido also opened his mouth untimely. There was only panic and fear on his face. With such ability, is there anything under the sun that can stop the celestial dragons? Even the dead can be resurrected, so what else can be done? His treasure, which he hasn't got in Wano-kuni, can do this. Impossible. Kaido put hundreds of question marks in his mind and asked himself back and forth. The final answer is impossible. Fortunately, he just surrendered early. Otherwise, he would be the one who was beaten up by the fat. The person who knows the current affairs is Junji. Take Wano-kuni to surrender to the world government sooner rather than later. Kaido took his life. Just hang out in Wano-kuni in the future. This Saint Terry must not be offended. Kaido, I didn't expect to hear good words in your mouth. Ha ha ha. Crane Vice Admiral. You are right. How could those people in the past get into my Kaido's eyes? But this Saint Terry is different. He is the object of my Kaido's most admiration at present. I worship with all 5 bodies, him. Kaido gets it all right. Surprise Sengoku, Garp, and Crane. Shouldn't Kaido be that kind of brat? Why is this so? If only my adopted son, Corazon, was here too. Sengoku was very emotional. He was sad and happy. Sengoku. Inadvertently caring about the situation of the naval headquarters. Saint Terry continued its activities here, in the Hokage ninja world. The highest grade forbidden technique, easily used by it. Itself at the cost of the caster's life, the art of summoning Hades to bring back the soul. But under Saint Terry's Hogyoku abilities, on the premise that hundreds of thousands of pirates' vitality and souls were cleaned up 3 minutes ago. All this becomes natural. Even after resurrecting these marines. He still has a lot of energy left, can go further. Everyone, the elites of naval headquarters, are you awake now? Then my Saint Terry's painstaking efforts have not been in vain, and I also ask you to return to your original posts. It's time for me to fully show everyone the immortality technology of soul reincarnation. As soon as these words come out, no one questions Saint Terry's abilities anymore. What a joke, he was resurrected en masse. Not to mention at least the lives of thousands of people. Captured by that Saint Terry. What terrifying power he has. He is no longer human at all, but the real God. I'm going to join world government. I'm going to be a Marine. I'm going to bring my mother back to life. I'm going to make a name for myself, then join the Marine, and I'm going to have immortality. What Pirate King Roger's treasure, is it better to have eternal life? Lao Tzu wants to gain immortality. Lao Tzu wants to be a marine farmer. The whole sea began to shake, Roger's influence quickly began to wane. Compared to the dead Pirate King Roger, the highness in front of him showed more real. More touchable and touchable. The newly resurrected Marine is the best proof. Saint Terry in front of the world, showed on the spot how to extract the soul of the 5 elders. And placed it behind the newly cloned young body. Completely ended the action. He was among the clumps of maids. Back in the highest lounge of Naval headquarters. Start your own harvest. He's already here. A long backlog of things not done, regarding his own serious mission as an honorary 5 elders. He didn't move at all. Just like an old general on the stage. Working hard to get out of business, and he did all the things that the next person was supposed to do. The 5 elders do nothing at all. Instead, he showed a lot of means and power. He's about to explode. It's time to go back to Mariajoy for a fix too. It's time to go back and reap the rewards of the long-term tasks that have leveled the system in recent days. Because Host has once again completed the relative concept indicator between catching fish and lying flat and striving hard. Through Host's tenure in 5 elders, he did a lot of unrelated work, and successfully put forward the vague concept of life and death in the world, and successfully announced and resurrected a large number of dead to the world. In front of the whole world, he vaguely incarnated into the status and concept of a god, and successfully broke through the shackles of his original position. Therefore, a legendary level reward is hereby awarded. Does the host want to receive it? Terry agreed immediately. Take over. Congratulations to host for getting a legendary reward. The concept of the power of the 6 paths and the dual attributes of yin and yang in Hokage world. Step on the ground, Saint Terry felt his whole body begin to transform. The level of life begins to break further upwards. Originally a body with a high concentration of life energy in the whole body. Thick and thin hair. 8 black spheres began to wrap around and float around Saint Terry. Like the most faithful servant, the clothes on the body also began to dissipate and dissipate. Into an extremely clean white coat, eyes become clear. The field of vision becomes wider, the fusion of the reincarnation Sharingan and Tensegan changed in his eyes. This is the evolution of his self, not the so-called bloodline. A black spear was pinched out of his hand, that is the invincible inner sword, the Tianju spear. Saint Terry also felt the power to float out of thin air. Gas is no longer used, but a more instinctive perception. The easiest kind. Only, this style is too ugly. From the eyes of the stunned maid, Saint Terry. Seeing his own image, he couldn't help shaking his head. He is now also a god in the world of Hokage. The shape of the body has become that ugly white monster. Lost its original human image, make him dislike it. Just when his thoughts were just born, his system started kicking reminders. Remind. Hogyoku, who was unblocked in the host's body, accepted the idea of the host, and began to further provide the host with the souls and vitality of the 187,698 people collected before, which was more in line with the host's mind. The form of image and power, does host accept it? Saint Terry couldn't help but smile. Of course I chose to accept it. Except, in an instant, the white clothes on his body gradually dissipated. The purple-red Samsara Sharingan outlined on the eyes. Straight into pure light blue transparent eyes. The ability is still there, only the color has changed. The 8 black truth-seeking balls and the Amanuma spear that emerged around him turned into something that could be manipulated and condensed into the Zanpakuto Kyoka Suigetsu around his waist. Turn Kyoka Suigetsu into a darker black. The whole metamorphosis. Layer by layer, the beauty of breaking a cocoon into a butterfly. Under the sound of da da da, start showing. Saint Terry he perceives a higher level, compared to the moment when I just acquired the concept of the power of 6 paths and dual attributes of yin and yang. A more transparent realm begins. That is the soul of the Shinigami world, Ryotsu, the power of the 6 paths in the Hokage world, yin and yang escape, the life energy of the Dragon Ball world, and the life energy of the pirate world, Haki. Start merging. If you have to use a term. Terry, at this moment, I truly feel that I have become this pirate world. Indigenous gods on this planet. Very different. This feeling, especially different, under the limit. Basically no matter how powerful can't fight him. Unless like in the world of Dragon Ball, the combat power of Chi has forcibly surpassed the concept of realm by breaking through skill with strength. Otherwise, there is no equivalent or higher realm. Did not take him rut. Congratulations, Your Highness. Congratulations, Your Highness. The maids discovered the changes of Saint Terry one by one. From different perceptions of life dimensions. Let them lower their heads subconsciously, started with compliments. It's not because Saint Terry is their master. But the breath emanating from Saint Terry, let them think so subconsciously. Congratulations. No matter what I do, I'm still your Terry. Hey, what are you guys doing with me? Instead of doing this, it's better to give me a good exercise in physical exercise, and you have to keep up with the strength of your hands. Saint Terry felt that the next step was to teach his maids by himself. If not, according to his ability, his maid basically made him unable to relax. Good work. Since I am like this, should I take care of my I am? After meeting Kaido below, I will go back to Mariajoy to tease her. Doflamingo is not worthy of me to tease, it's time to change. Saint Terry thinks, Doflamingo's grades don't deserve it. I am is the only one left in this world that I can talk about back and forth. Others are not good enough. I am clenched his fists. I can't wait to give Terry a set of military boxing. Give Terry a good insight into what is called Wrath of I am. Are you talking human words, Terry? I'm so good to you? You actually want to tease me? Uh-huh. I am feeling lonely without hearing Saint Terry mention her before. Now I get mad when I hear Saint Terry mention her. Real, I am was conflicted. Blame the damn Terry. How can he be so cunning? I am, who has no idea how much his mood changes. Blame it all on Terry. On the other side. Being escorted by Sengoku and Garp to the Saint Terry room at Naval Headquarters. Kaido, who was about to be interviewed by Terry alone. Halfway through, his body suddenly trembled, and his whole body felt the instinctive fear of the creature being crushed in his life, making his legs weak. Kaido's heart trembled, the end of that road. There are wild beasts, it is an existence that can completely crush it with one look. Is that the one from Mariajoy? Or say something else? Garp Vice Admiral, Sengoku Admiral, are you sure you are on the right path? Kaido was worried and asked again. Of course it's this way. What's wrong with you, Sengoku? Why did you stop? Garp felt strange. I don't know. I feel like at the end of that road. There's something in my heart that's making my heart skip a beat. I'm resisting all over. Sengoku is also a little sick. Could it be that both of you have eaten phantom beasts, and your perception is strong? That's why you perceive it, and I'm an ordinary person, so I can't perceive it? Garp talks about the possibilities, but the room at the end of that road is Saint Terry, that's right. Kaido, Garp, and Sengoku looked at each other. To be able to figure out what's going on, Kaido and Sengoku forcibly suppressed their instinctive resistance. Zaobuddy walked there with small steps. Kaido and Sengoku don't know how they got to the room where Saint Terry is. Along the way, it is simply the biggest confrontation against the fear of one's own creatures. If it wasn't for the fact that they were both strong-willed and strong-willed. I'm afraid it's true, just lay down on the road. When I got to the door, after the door was completely opened by Garp. The things that were there were revealed. The existence that made them tremble with fear. No one else, exactly the extraordinarily beautiful celestial dragon Saint Terry. In Sengoku's eyes, what he saw was like a god. Kun panicked. God who cannot be looked at. Kun. That majestic golden glittering appearance. Make people completely worship. Kaido brought it, and Garp and I left first. If you need anything else, you can call us right away. Sengoku understands who the person who ate the Buddha's fruit is afraid of. He still couldn't bear this majesty. Lima pulled Garp and left. What a joke. Sengoku felt that the Buddha he transformed into was not 1% of what Saint Terry showed. Completely incomparable. Eh? Sengoku. Didn't you say there's still a lot for Saint Terry to see? How are you? Come on, Garp, Saint Terry is busy. Garp is a little out of sight. But still couldn't resist Sengoku's stubbornness. The two left quickly. Kaido was left alone at the door of the room. Trembling. If the image of Saint Terry seen by Sengoku who ate the Buddha fruit was a god in the Sky-kun, then the image of Saint Terry seen by Kaido who ate the dragon fruit. That is, the demon king who ravaged the world on a demon dragon. That brutal ferocity, let Kaido compare just in case. Kaido subconsciously wanted to escape, but he was stopped by Saint Terry's words. Come in and sit down. Mr. Kaido, I happen to have a lot to discuss with you. Simple polite words, let Kaido suddenly dismiss all thoughts of escape. Because his instinct can't resist this, can't act. Can't resist. As if he had only violated this thing. He will immediately suffer the most severe torture in the world. Then, Kaido could only follow the room honestly. The maid in the room is still there, poured a cup of tea for Kaido, the big man who was seated. Please also take a moment, this is Naval headquarters, you can't drink water, and the tea is normal. Enough, enough, I'm happy just drinking tea. Alcoholic, Kaido never drank tea, Crazy nodded. Don't be nervous, Mr. Kaido. Relax, I don't want to do anything to you. Relax your muscles, okay. Kaido's body heard this. Relax in an instant, it's like being injected with muscle relaxants. Only nervous, or his brain and nerves, let him not relax at all. Even more scared. Sweat oozes from the forehead and back. He couldn't move. You said, Your Highness Saint Terry, what would you like to discuss with me? Kaido found his voice softened, obviously nervous. Should be trembling, but because of Saint Terry's words, he had to relax. Too scary. He is no longer human. This Saint Terry has definitely surpassed human beings and reached the realm of gods. Otherwise, he who ate the green dragon fruit of the mythical beast species. How could it be so helpless? Of course it's about the founding of Wano Kuni, as far as I know. You're not the name of Wano Kuni, are you? Not the king who ruled Wano Kuni. The orthodox heir of Wano Kuni should be Kozuki Oden who was on the Roger ship? The words of Saint Terry let Kaido's heart explode with thunder. Kaido thought he was about to die. If, in front of this Saint Terry, he's leaning towards Oden's words, then everything he's done before will be in vain. All of all, it's all in vain. How is this possible? He will die, as long as the Saint Terry in front of him is willing. He will die instantly. How to do, Kaido? Use your brain to think of a way. Compliment? Beauty? Fruit? Big knife? Then what? What does this Saint Terry want? All satisfy him. As long as you can survive. Wanakuna's orthodox heir is indeed Oden, Kaido doesn't know how to make excuses, he steals things as a pirate. Now it has become the most ridiculous excuse. I am not blaming Mr. Kaido for stealing Wano Kuni, but I hope to strengthen cooperation with Mr. Kaido. After all, Wano Kuni is rich in beautiful women, famous swords and samurai with superb swordsmanship. These are what the world government needs. I hope that Mr. Kaido can take control of Wano Kuni as soon as possible and make Wano Kuni a country of words for Mr. Kaido. Can Mr. Kaido do it? What Saint Terry said, let Kaido take a deep breath. I survived. I survived. Saint Terry wants the beauty of Wano Kuni? Famous knife? Give. Give it all. Can give. Just cooperation. He will give Kaido as long as he lives. Of course it can be done, His Royal Highness Saint Terry. If Mr. Kaido can't do it, I will help Mr. Kaido do it. After all, New World needs a few big pirates to sit in town to guard those little hairy pirates who are chaotic. I think Wano Kuni is very good here, and Mr. Kaido is also very good as those big pirates. Saint Terry's words of appreciation, it made Kaido almost ecstatic. What did Saint Terry say? Said to support him Kaido. Raise him, Kaido, this gangster. Okay, how wonderful. Clear the little pirates, Kaido is the best at it. Of course, Mr. Kaido is not helping the world government to guard New World for no reason. You are a big pirate. You will get great authority from the world government and get our technology, craftsmanship, and production line assistance. You see what I mean, Mr. Kaido? Kaido nodded sharply. He understands. Of course he understands. This Saint Terry just thinks that if a marine department manages the sea, the world will never be clear and bright. It can't be cleaned up and down, so why not let a powerful pirate like him exist? It is convenient to exterminate the disobedient marine and the garbage marine. It is also convenient to manage those marine garbage. Kaido knows it, he will too, he has a brain too. Then will you do this deal with me, Mr. Kaido? The words of Saint Terry make Kaido's brain go numb. Start nodding hard. His Royal Highness Saint Terry looks down on me Kaido too much. Thanks to His Highness Saint Terry's high opinion, I Kaido will live up to my mission. Very good. Then please Mr. Kaido quickly and completely master Wano Kuni. As for the Oden, please Mr. Kaido solve it as soon as possible. Saint Terry smiled at Kaido. Let Kaido pat his chest and assure. If there is any difficulty, I will also send my other maids who have not yet been exposed to help you. Rest assured, His Royal Highness Saint Terry, that day will not come. Kaido thinks to deal with the fool Oden, really confident. Very good. And finally, please Mr. Kaido, be sure to pay attention. Regarding Oden's wife Kozuki and his daughter Kozuki Hyori, be sure to use a fully armed sea stone to capture them alive. Also before Kozuki Oden is killed by you, he will be captured alive with the highest purity sea stone. These two people, I have great use. You must prevent their mother and daughter from committing suicide. Do you understand? The ultimate goal of Saint Terry is to be in Kozuki time. Fruit of time. Devil fruit that travels through time and space. How domineering. Even Saint Terry, who has reached the realm of God. The realm that is still far and untouchable, how could he let go? As for killing Kozuki, who knows in which time and space the fruit of time will appear. To deal with this peerless beauty with Oden at heart. Only catch Oden alive before he dies, and use sea stone to prevent suicide. For Saint Terry mentioned women, Kaido took it to heart. Instantly understood. Saint Terry's past rumors are that there are many women. Like women. Oden's woman is also a super beauty. It is also normal for His Royal Highness Saint Terry to take a fancy to. Then he Kaido must be trying to save his life. For development, take Oden's life. Oden is sorry. Your wife and daughter, His Royal Highness Saint Terry will take good care of you. Lao Su is also in order to survive, there is no way. I Kaido understand. Very good. Mr. Kaido is really a reasonable person, come. Shu Yu, give Mr. Kaido some ancient devil fruits. As Saint Terry said, the extremely beautiful maid who held the umbrella for Saint Terry before. He came over with 7 fruits. These 7 fruits are all devil fruits from Zone's ancient species. I heard that Mr. Kaido likes Zone's devil fruits, so he prepared them before Mr. Kaido came to meet me. They are Tyrannosaurus rex, Stegosaurus, Pterosaurus, pterosaur, Deng's fish, saber-toothed tiger, and dire crocodile. Please accept Mr. Kaido. Kaido looked at the 7 fruits, the eyes are straight. His ambition is finally about to begin. Kaido is set to die for His Royal Highness Saint Terry.